Tonight on Southwest Local News. Damaging winds lash parts of the southwest coast as a low-pressure system passes through. Construction of the Southwest TAFE's new tech school now underway. Spending figures released for 2025 campaign budgets. And in sport, former local player Lamont Llewell delisted for Essendon.
Live from Silver Ball Studios in Warrnambool, this is Southwest Local News with Sharna Rogers.
Good evening and welcome to Southwest Local News. Wind gusts of more than 120 kilometres per hour have lashed parts of the southwest coast today, with the worst of it hitting the region late this afternoon. Mount Gellibrand in the Otways recorded wind gusts of over 120 kilometres per hour, while places like Warrnambool, Hamilton and Portland reach gusts of over 100 kilometres per hour. SES crews attended 20 calls for assistance across the region, mostly for downed trees and power lines. According to senior meteorologist Miriam Bradbury, the low-pressure system causing the wind was a lot slower than predicted, which is why conditions worsened later this afternoon.
We did see those gusts starting to build through the morning, but we have seen them persisting longer into the afternoon. Really, the weather system driving these winds has slowed a bit to the south of that southwest coast, and that sort of prolonged that period of strong winds, pushed it out later into the afternoon. The system itself is now moving to the south of Port Phillip Bay, so it is moving eastwards, but certainly we are continuing to see that very windy weather. As you mentioned, some very high wind gusts have already been seen, above 90 k's an hour. We've seen those gusts above 90 k's an hour already along the southwest coast, including places like Warrnambool, Port Fairy, all seen those gusts above 90 k's an hour. Inland, we have seen those high gusts too, well above 100 k's an hour.
Yeah, and we thought that we were going to see some winds up around that 120 to 130 kilometres. Are we out of the woods? Is it likely the winds are going to sort of still stick around for a bit longer, and maybe those winds will pick up as the afternoon drags on?
Look, Mount Gellibrand did see a 120 kilometre an hour wind gust earlier today, but the risk of destructive winds, so pushing up to that 120 to 130 kilometre range, has eased back now. So still very windy, still could see those damaging wind gusts above 90 k's an hour, but that high-end wind risk has now started to back off. So our latest severe weather warning for damaging winds has now removed that wording around destructive winds, as that acute risk has eased. So it's still going to be windy over the coming hours, but we do still anticipate seeing those winds easing back more widely in the later part of the afternoon.
The construction of the new Southwest Tech School is now underway. A ceremony was held on site at the Warrnambool campus on Wednesday. In attendance was member for Western Victoria Jacinta Ermacora and contractors A.W. Nicholson. The school is set to open in September next year, and plans are it will benefit more than 7,500 students from across the region.
This has been a long time coming, this project. Back in 2016, the government first announced the 10 tech schools across Victoria. We weren't one of them, and what we thought at the time was we want to be one of them. Thank you for being a part of today, but thank you for being a part of the next 12 months. It's really a journey that we're glad that you're on with us, and as Rowan said, in about 12 months' time, we'll certainly have you back here to see the opening and share that with our amazing communities.
The start of the construction for the new tech school was almost upstaged by an interesting high-tech visitor. Spot, the robotic dog, was on hand to greet those at the opening. Spot, who was on loan from a Ballarat school, showed his bag of tricks, which included fetching a ball and walking up the stairs. Spot cost $250,000 to construct, and while he returned to Ballarat, Warrnambool will not go without. When the new Warrnambool Tech School is built, it will include its very own robotic dog. This dog will be slightly smaller, but more technically advanced than Spot. A humanoid will also be a part of the Warrnambool Tech rollout.
Last week, when we were trialling Spot, just learning how to drive Spot in the area near where our office is in the library, created a lot of interest, and our idea of having something like Spot or our own robotic dog, that one's on loan from Ballarat Tech School, is an engagement piece. You know, my plan is to take it to the local school sports with a carrier tray on its back, and we can transport the discus or other sporting events, and then to create interest and curiosity from the kids and parents and teachers to say, what's that? Then we can tell them.
The cost of the 2025 federal election campaign for independent candidate for Wannon Alex Dyson has been revealed. Mr Dyson said almost $2 million was spent on his campaign. The Australian Electoral Commission today published the information that over $2 million in cash and in-kind donations were raised for Mr Dyson's quest for the seat. Mr Dyson said the balance of $217,000 would remain to help future independent candidates. The donations for the major parties in the fight for Wannon will be disclosed by the AEC in February. Mr Dyson said he was bloody proud of his 2,000 plus volunteers. Drivers are being warned to expect delays on the Gipp Street Bridge in Port Fairy tomorrow morning as contractors carry out essential repair works. The bridge will remain open, but stop-go traffic will be in place between 6:30am and 9am, with delays of up to 15 minutes expected. The works involve installing additional steel plates on the bridge deck following inspections that revealed structural issues below the waterline. Earlier this month, a 10-tonne weight limit was introduced, down from 15 tonnes after engineers found 2 compromised piles. The restriction has forced heavy vehicles, including school buses and garbage trucks, to take alternate routes. Moyne Shire Council expects the limit to remain for up to a month while repair works continue. Australia is experiencing a flu season like no other, with a record amount of cases reported. The Royal Australian College of GPs reports more than 410,000 lab-confirmed cases is the highest ever. This comes as flu vaccination rates have plateaued or are trending downwards. The two most vulnerable demographics, the very young and the senior community, have lower vaccination rates than in the past. In children aged 6 months to 5 years, 25.7% have been vaccinated, the lowest rate since 2021. For those over 65, the rate is down 60.5%, with 2020 the last time that rate was so low. One of the Southwest's most colourful and creative events will happen this weekend. The Fabric of Life Festival will be held on Saturday at St Pius Hall in West Warrnambool. The aim of the event is to showcase the most creative outfits made of recyclable products of all kinds. The event is presented through a partnership between Warrnambool City Council and the Fletcher Jones Family Foundation and the F Project. The show starts at 4 p.m. The future of the Gillan Boys Foundation looks sound, with the leadership committing for another 12 months. The foundation held its annual general meeting on Thursday, with all committee members back on board. These include Daniel O'Keefe as chair, Jessica Nolte vice chair, Ellie Fitzgerald as secretary, and Debbie Sicely as treasurer. The Gillan family, Christopher, Mandy and Ashley, make up the general committee. The foundation is a place to raise funds to find a cure for Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Classic cars have once again proven to be a highlight of the Warrnambool Seniors Festival. The Classic Car Tour began at Flagstaff Hill before venturing to Hopkins Falls, Logan's Beach and Panmure Hotel for lunch. The cars were provided by the Warrnambool and District Historical Vehicle Club. They include more modern classics like Holden Commodores to old school vehicles that would have looked at home on the roads in the 1920s. Bird lovers have the opportunity to make a positive difference. Beginning on Monday and running until Sunday, BirdLife Australia is holding the Aussie Bird Count. Anyone wanting to take part can download the Aussie Bird Count app and register the birds you see around you. With 1 in 6 Australian birds facing the threat of extinction, the Bird Count helps create a snapshot of how different types of birds are tracking.
The Aussie Bird Count has become Australia's biggest and most beloved citizen science event. So, whether you're a seasoned bird watcher or bird curious, this is your moment.
The Warrnambool community will have to wait a little bit longer for the return of a much anticipated event. The Warrnambool Wheelie Convoy was planned to take place today, but has been moved back to November the 19th. The event made a successful debut last year with 85 people taking part. The convoy will include a shorter and longer course with both beginning and ending at Lake Batobe. The convoy will include wheelchairs, wheelie walkers, mobility scooters and trikes. A free barbecue will be on offer after the convoy arrives at the finish line. And that's all making general news, and after the break we'll return with sport and weather. Back soon.
I specialise in finding you either your first home, your next home or your next investment property. All I've ever wanted to do was help people to be able to help them achieve their goals. I'm Teresa and I'm from Warrnambool Finance Co.
Is it time to upgrade that outdoor chair? How's your tent holding up? Need a gazebo for that special gathering? George Taylor Stores carry all the summertime essentials that you need to make this summer the best. We'll answer your questions and have you ready in no time at George Taylor Stores.
You can't beat local, and Daly's IGA Fresh Marketplace is as local as it gets. You'll find the best quality fresh produce matched by friendly customer service. Daly's has your favourite brands, complemented by expert local grocers living in your community. In-house butchers and local liquor specialists are on hand to provide you the best our region has to offer. Join IGA Rewards for exclusive member discounts and cashback right here in your community. Daly's IGA Fresh Marketplace. You can't beat local.
We use the Ridley team, make a phone call, I get high quality advice. We tend to have 6 weekly visits from the team where we do a full farm walk and herd health check. They check in on production and the feeding rate. It's something I don't have to worry too much about because I'm always comfortable that they will have it under control. The feed that comes out of Ridley's fully confident every day of the year that it's high quality grain or pellets.
Tonight's Sport is proudly brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions, Warrnambool and Timboon. Getting the most out of your farm. Contact the team today.
First making news in sport, the AFL career of former South Warrnambool star Lamont Llewellyn has been put on hold. The talented youngster has been delisted by Essendon. Llewellyn made his senior debut this season, playing 12 senior games, kicking 5 goals and averaging 8.5 possessions a game. He was drafted with the pick 39 in 2023. Racing Victoria has backed in jumps racing with the release of the 2025 program, and South West Victoria will play a dominant role in delivering the program. Warrnambool, Coleraine, Hamilton and Casterton will all host jumps races. The highlight of the program will again be Warrnambool's... Is it again by... What? Be or by? The highlight of the program will again by... Yeah. The highlight of the program will again be Warrnambool's May Racing Carnival. Jumps racing is going ahead despite opposition? Yes. God, I'm having a stroke over here. Jumps racing is going ahead despite opposition from RSPCA, which wants it banned in Victoria. Warrnambool residents continue to make Park Run part of their weekly exercise routine. Last Saturday, 187 people turned out to take part in the run. The course starts and ends at Lake Batobe with a team of 11 volunteers overseeing its organisation. While for many it is social fitness outing, for others it is a test, as shown by 36 personal bests being recorded last Saturday. Co-event coordinator Paul Dillon, the popularity of Co-event coordinator Paul Dillon said the popularity of the park run continues to grow.
Yeah, we've just notched up our 400th park run in Warrnambool, and it's been going for nearly 7 years. And yeah, it's a great free event for the community. It's 5Ks. You can walk, jog, or run. It's not a race, and it's open to people from 4 years and above. It's a fantastic way to get out early on a Saturday morning. It starts at 8 o'clock here at Lake Batobe, and great way to get out and move the body, meet new people. Always looking for volunteers if you want to get involved, and a great way to start your weekend.
A comfortable win by Warrnambool Gold has it unbeaten on the top of the ladder after 2 rounds of midweek bowls pennant. Gold travelled to Koroit yesterday and defeated the home team by 20 points. Diamonds defeated Sapphires in the battle of the two City Memorial teams. Port Fairy used its home green advantage to get its first win over the year, beating Mortlake by 12 points. And that's all making news in sport. Today in Warrnambool, we had destructive winds through the day and a top of 18 degrees with a possible thunderstorm, with northwesterly winds and 5 millimetres. After the break, we'll go through the weather forecast for the rest of the region. Back soon.
Looking to join a group tour departing right here from Warrnambool? Or maybe create your own personalised trip with friends and family? Take the stress out of your next getaway with Warrnambool Travel. Call today to find out more. Imagine a ritual that changes the future of your skin. At Mira Skin, treatments are designed to deliver visible results within a moment of calm. Every experience is personalised, combining clinical-grade skincare with advanced technology. I'm here to restore your skin's resilience and soothe your soul. Mira Skin, beautiful skin by the sea.
VG Cabinets is your specialist cabinetry team, servicing Warrnambool and surrounding areas. With over 20 years' experience, the team here can get your cabinetry needs sorted. Housing a CNC router to make sure all the cuts in the workshop are accurate for a perfect install on site. VG Cabinets cover all areas, including kitchens, vanities, laundries, flat packs, stone bench tops, and new homes and renovations. We offer free quotes on any job, so don't hesitate to call Lee on 0408 580 991.
De-sexing keeps your dogs healthier and happier for life. At Lava Street Veterinary Clinic, it's safe, simple and stress-free. This October, enjoy 20% off dog de-sexing. Book today for a healthier future at Lava Street Veterinary Clinic.
Tonight's weather report is proudly brought to you by Anchor Point Retirement Village. New homes are being built now. Book a tour today.
Welcome back. Around the region tomorrow, a cloudy day with a medium chance of showers and light winds. There is morning fog due to settle over this part of the state, with Saturday northeasterly winds to take over with a thunderstorm on the way. Now for a deeper look at the forecast. In Port Fairy tomorrow, a cloudy day with light winds. For Friday, a top of 17 with a chance of morning fog to start the day. Saturday, a top of 17 degrees, 4 millimetres, a cloudy day and light winds. Over in Mortlake, temperatures will be around 16 degrees for the next few days. Tomorrow, 1 millimetre to fall and a cloudy day. Friday, 1 millimetre to fall and a top of 16 degrees with a cloudy day. And 17 degrees with 5 millimetres for Saturday with thunderstorms in the evening. Showers for the next 3 days in the Colac Camperdown region. A cloudy day tomorrow with light winds. As for Friday, topping out 16 degrees with light winds. Saturday, a potential thunderstorm in the evening and a top of 17 degrees. Expecting 20 millimetres in Port Campbell on Sunday, but until then, only 2 millimetres. 15 degrees for the next 3 days, a cloudy day tomorrow, and Friday expecting overnight temperatures to drop to 4. Saturday, a chance of thunderstorms in the evening. Home to Warrnambool, 16 degrees with showers in the early morning, a cloudy day on Friday with a top of 16 degrees and light winds. For Saturday, 17 degrees and a chance of thunderstorms in the evening. And that's it from your Southwest Local News team. Thank you for tuning in, whether it be online or on Freeway FM. If you missed any of the bulletin, you can watch it back on demand on Fitzmedias Facebook page. Until Friday, with peace, good night.